Cross is a comic so twisted, so depraved, it makes horror movies look tame. Welcome to Disturbing Comics, and boy does this fit the bill. Cross is a gnarly comic showing an infection that makes the infected commit the worst acts they can imagine. Listen, y'all been telling me a Cross movie is in the works too? Aw, shit. My question for you, would you rather live in Cross or The Last of Us? You'd think the worst part of Cross would be the infected, but in this Cross Badlands story, the real nightmare comes from the people still left alive, forcing us to see the toll survival has physically and mentally. This particular nightmare comes from Cross Badlands, an anthology series that pushed the horror even further. This is the Homo Superior arc, written by Jamie Delano with art by Leandro Rizzo. Here's your warning, this comic is a bucket of fuck, it's a fucking a buck. You want to see what happens, including all the messed up parts? Stay tuned for the comic. Cue the Gohan. Deep down in the bowels of Florida, a creep has been biking behind this woman for miles until she hits him with a real booby trap. It's been 1 year since the Cross apocalypse, and this idiot named Greg is getting interrogated. I never met a smart person named Greg. He yaps his life story to the woman, and it's clear he was a horrible father who hated his wife and kids. Sounds about right for Cross. When the Cross apocalypse started, he abandoned his family and heard their last words in a phone call. His wife and sons are suffering from the Cross in ways I don't want to mention, and he listens to it all. Overall, he seems scared yet slightly relieved his family is gone. But he can look out for himself, which is a philosophy the woman agrees with. Built like Tomb Raider, but without the charm, her name is Steve. Steve recruits Greg, believing he's not too much of a coward. She would have executed Edmund from Yellow Belly. Steve was in the military. She smiles sadistically, imagining all the interrogating she got to do back during her tours. Greg believes the Cross are nature's way to cut down the human population. Oh, somebody's on the radio. She hears Florida's finest idiots advertise to the entire world that they are having a P. Diddy party. In this settlement, we meet Leon, who wants to leave this base behind to find the next evolution of humans surviving in a better settlement. He hates everyone here and is too dumb to figure out he's just as bad as them. Everything that comes out of Leon's trap is garbage. I only like one Leon. Elsewhere, twins Ashlyn and Ashley are surviving, making me have to censor stuff. At least they know how to pop heads. Back with Steve and Greg, he watches her while she sleeps. Why is everybody a creep in this comic? She's crying, hiding a lot of pain. But I got sympathy for you, not empathy. We get a peek into her head, and she's truly twisted. She feels pleasure doing sick things. She hates everyone and everything, feeling pleasure from causing harm, even before the Cross. After the Cross started, she was some rich guy's bodyguard in a tall skyscraper and would use him before eventually leaving him behind, jumping off the building like a GTA Online character. And she's been traveling alone ever since. Back with Mary-Kate and Ashlyn and Ashley, they find themselves near Leon's camp. Leon sees them and his reaction makes me cringe. Except the twins hear Cross screaming their mantra. Cross smart enough to play pretend pirates looking for humans. Leon doesn't notice these Cross pirates coming, and only when some of his crew lose their lives does he intervene. Leon's father, Clint, beats Leon for allowing this to happen. No wonder Leon hates everyone. Leon is thrown into this toilet tunnel as punishment, but he wants revenge. See this? It's a youngling kebab that was the worst thing Greg ever saw the Cross do, but learns that Steve isn't far off from the Cross when she admits enjoying violence. After taking out Cross, he and Steve fool around, and after they get done, he's terrified of her. Anyway, Leon is lifted out of the toilet tunnel, ridiculed by all the survivors and left to fish for his food. Steve tells Greg to not mention last night ever again. I'd rather survive alone than be anywhere near this psycho. They end up in a swamp getting attacked by wild hogs of all things. The same swamp that Leon is near. Guess what? he's cooking a batch of Breaking Bad. Leon poisoned this product with Cross blood, gifting it all towards his favorite people and letting them all get infected before riding away in the chaos. Ah, yuck, what are you doing, Leon? He runs into the twins, and look at all this yap. They team up and will probably smash later. That's all you need to know. That next morning, Steve and Greg find the camp Leon left behind. Not gonna lie, if anybody deserved this, it would be this stupid circus. One of those clowns did survive, Leon's dad, Clint. Oh, and don't get me started on this narrator. Listen, Greg takes the first watch, thinking of his fattening. I can't do this stupid shit today. Next chapter. Like a good little puppy, Greg uses his senses. He hears dogs and gets ambushed by Leon's ugly daddy and his Paw Patrol. Clint asks if they seen his pathetic excuse for a son, and Steve points him right towards those twins. He leaves, letting Steve and Greg go because they are white enough. Thanks for reminding me I'm supposed to hate everyone. The twins and Leon all escape, only to soon run into Leon's old family, including Clint, who turned Cross so off screen it's embarrassing. Luckily, Steve and Greg are right around the corner, somehow making things even worse. And Leon gains his revenge for a lifetime of troubles, putting his Cross father out of his misery. Avengers, assemble, last scene. Now everybody is together, and you immediately wonder just how quickly they will all fall. Earlier, I mentioned Leon wanted to leave his idiot family behind to join a group of smart survivalists down south. Steve rolls her eyes imagining such a thing, yet they all band together to find this camp. Only problem? Steve is sick. 6 weeks of traveling the swamp can do that to you, but really, it's because she's pregnant and doesn't want any help from the papa. Now this next part is unthinkable, cause what? The twin, Ashlyn, fools around with Leon. That's fine, who cares? But her twin sister, Ashley, is disgusted with Leon and her sister messing around with him before turning to Leon and saying, "You gotta f me too." The fuck am I reading? What is this? After Ashley SA'd Leon, she shot bro. Now it's just Steve, Greg, and the twins. What was the point of Leon at all? Like, I feel like I wasted my time even mentioning him in this stupid circus. They come across a camp, but Ashley falls for a trick worse than slipping on a banana. She gets bear trapped, and then they all get attacked by some overweight youngling Cross. What twin sister is gonna leave her other sister behind? Ashlyn leaves Greg and Steve behind to join her sister in whatever fate has befallen her. So now it's just Steve and Greg by themselves again. That was quick. I think it would have been better if it was just about Steve and Greg the whole volume rather than introducing these idiots. Let's be honest, idiots. Because we would get more moments like this. Greg feeling closer to Steve, especially as they are hunted by these Cross. They make one final stand at this boat, where Steve tells Greg to run away and survive on his own. The pregnancy is weighing her down, and he hugs her, saying he wouldn't leave her behind. But yet, in just 2 panels, Greg immediately loses any semblance of courage and community, running away again to leave her all alone. She wakes up and clocks his leg for leaving. Unable to walk, she gives him morphine and bullets, letting him be the bait while she gets away. He's gonna protect his baby mama whether he wants to or not, and she'll be long gone. Even the narrator starts roasting Greg's pointless survival. Right before giving himself a way out, he runs out of bullets and finds the 2 twins have returned, crossed and ready to party. It looked like a magazine cover for a pregnant celebrity. Steve is all alone, and her biggest wish is to get that baby out. She really starts to feel doomed. It's been 4 months since Greg's sacrifice. She hunkers down and traps the entire house she found, and that baby is ready to get out. She struggles to give birth while the Cross sneak towards her screams. Finally, that baby is out, but the Cross twins, including Greg, circle her in her weakest moment. Smelling the afterbirth, the Cross are close behind, but Steve is long gone. She left one surprise for them, a trail leading to a gas trap, exploding the whole house. Still, they survive and chases her as she tires out. She wanted to give the mother thing a try, but made the difficult decision to leave the newborn behind. She later thinks that this is hell, and hell is no place for children. But then she goes back to the baby, but really she's giving up. Meeting with the Cross twins and asking to return the baby, but first she must become one of them. Be a leader in a new age for the Cross. Steve gives up any humanity she had left and begins to eat the infected meat, willingly becoming Cross. I'd say this story arc in Badlands was the most explicit. I mean, the artist sure went to work on making me feel sick. I feel like if I really wanted to, I could have just skipped mentioning anything about Leon or the twins and you guys wouldn't even know. Everybody was dislikable right from the start. I mean, this is a trend you see in every survival story, but especially in Cross. Morality takes a back seat when there is no societal restraint. We get it. Everybody sucks. And the Cross are here just to make us think about how similar we are to them. Now you might want to check out the previous Cross video, especially Cross Psychopath. Look at it staring you deep in your soul. Also check out The Sadness, the closest thing we ever got to a Cross movie before they make one at least. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more Spooky Rice or Cross. Thanks for watching. Spooky out.